Hello everyone, welcome to the world of software testing. So in the last lectures, we have covered the SDLC process models or the methodologies such as waterfall model, V model or the agile methodology in detail. So in this lecture, we are going to discuss about the black box testing or also called as BBT, and also we will cover some test design techniques overview. So the black box testing is also known as the closed box testing or shortly BBT. The black box testing is a technique of software testing which examines the functionality of a software without going deeper into its internal structure or coding. A tester provides an input and observes the output generated by the system which is under test. So this makes it possible to identify how the system responds to the expected and unexpected user actions, its response time, usability issues and the reliability issues. So if the system responds as expected as per the provided inputs, then the tester will pass the testing. And if the response from the system is not expected as per the client expectation, then the tester will report the behavior to the developer. And developer will work upon the issue to get that resolved, and once it is resolved, so he will provide the new build where the tester will retest the functionality. So this process repeats until the defects are gets resolved completely, and once all those defects are resolved completely and there is no bug in the software application, then that software can be delivered to the client. The black box testing is a powerful technique as it tests the system end to end on a user's perspective. So same like the end user doesn't care about the internal structure or coding of the application. So the basic generic steps to carry out the black box testing are: first one is examine the requirements and specifications. So examine the requirements and specification of the system at the initial stage. Then second, the tester tests the software application with the positive and negative scenarios. So the tester tests the software under test with the positive test scenarios, that is a valid input to verify its process correctly or not. The tester tests the software under the test with the negative test scenarios, that is the invalid input to verify its process correctly or not. So for example, let's say if the text box takes only alphabets, then if we try to put numbers or special characters, it term as a negative or invalid inputs which should not get processed, termed as a negative scenario. And if we try to put alphabets only, then it is termed as a valid input and it should get processed, which is termed as a positive scenario. Then determine the expected outputs by passing such valid and invalid inputs. So we need to verify the expected outputs by passing such invalid and valid inputs. Convert these inputs, its expected outputs, into the test cases. So there comes a test case design part. So once the test cases are designed, execute them on the software under test. So whatever the test cases are designed, all the steps we need to execute on the software under test. Then while executing these test cases, compare the actual behavior with the expected behavior. So this is the checking part. We need to compare the actual behavior of the application to the expected behavior. And in case of any mismatch in the actual and expected behavior, then report them to the test engineers and get them fixed from the developers, and then that need to be retested on a new build. So this is the complete generic steps to carry out the black box testing, and which is done by the software test engineers. So let's take an overview of a black box testing techniques, which we'll discuss in the upcoming lectures in more details. So the black box testing techniques also can be termed as a test design techniques. Test design techniques, or also called as the test case design techniques. So the main goal of software design or we can say the test design techniques is the first one, that is the reduce the data which is used for testing, increase the test coverage. So the data which we have prepared for the test execution, with that data we should be able to cover all the scenarios of the testing. So this is nothing but a test coverage, and help design better test cases and reduce the number of test cases to be executed. So as you have discussed earlier, the test design techniques are very much helpful to reduce the data, increase the test coverage, and reduce the number of test cases to be executed on the software under test. So these are the main goals of test design techniques. So these are the black box testing techniques or the test design techniques. The first one is the boundary value analysis, or this is also termed as BVA in short. The next one is equivalence class partitioning, so ECP, and this is a state transition testing. The next one is decision table testing, graph based testing, and error guessing technique. So this complete test design techniques we are going to cover in the upcoming lectures. So now let's take an overview of our types of black box testing. So what are those? So the black box testing, which tester used to carry out the testing of various features. So these are the types which are going to cover again in the upcoming lecture. So first one is the functional testing, second one is the non-functional testing, and the third one is the regression testing. So functional testing, again it's a very vast part. Again, this is non-functional testing is a quite complicated part, and then regression will cover in the upcoming lectures. So this was a short overview related to the black box testing techniques. So thanks for watching this video. Please do subscribe our YouTube channel for such more videos, and click on the bell icon to get the latest updates. Also, if you are looking for any of the other topics, please let us know in the comment section below. So thank you so much for watching. In the upcoming lectures, we'll dig further into the software testing concepts. So stay tuned. Thank you.